it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. The drive by Rondo. Kicks it out to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. And the basket good. Ellis has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Mavs. Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki. A strong team for so long because they never tore it down.
And there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that they've maintained their unity, their continuity. And as long as you have Dirk, you know you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done.
Washington calls timeout.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Wizards trailed by 9. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Rondo drives in. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Kicks it out to Parsons. Nowitzki sets a screen for Rondo. Tries again. And it's blocked by Gortat. All with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Wall dishes to Pierce. And the 3 off target.
Paul Pierce, a 16-year veteran, and last season his first not in a Celtics uniform. It took some getting used to, both for him and for us.
Washington making some changes. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. And Rasul Butler's subbed in for Porter. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And a wide open look here for Ellis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Boy, you just had to love the reception for Pierce and KG in their first game back in Boston. No surprise there. The fans there, some of the best in the league. And they showered those guys with tremendous love, cheers, and appreciation. Well-deserved for what they've contributed as Celtics and certainly as NBAers.
Rondo against Wall. It's stolen by Wall. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
And Steve, no less than the great Celtic John Havlicek dubbing Paul Pierce is the greatest one-on-one scorer in Celtics history.
Yeah, the 10th overall pick back in 1998. What a find. I mean, you could argue that he and Dirk Nowitzki were the 2 best players drafted that night.
And Wall with the slam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defensively. Really attack, try to come up with more steals.
Chandler with the steal. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Chandler. Felton comes in for Ellis. And Harris subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Sessions checked in for Paul Pierce. Harris kicks to Felton. Nowitzki inside. He's against Seraphin to end the drought. Dallas again missing. The Wizards have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And Washington has possession. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And the shot is good. Now it's a 3-point Wizards lead.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Felton goes in, and he gets the bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Sessions passes to Wall. And the layup falls. Wall's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Parsons on the wing, covered by Humphries, and finished off by Parsons.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Nowitzki. It's rebounded by Serafin.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Now the feed to Sessions. Wall wide open. Mavericks trailed by 3. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Nene down low with Gortat. All out there with Porter. And it's Pierce in the small forward position. Nene dishes to Pierce. He kicks it to Wall. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wall's got 15 points here in the second half.
And a nice jump for their offense in the second half. They're now up above 50% shooting for the game.
And Steve, it's no surprise to see them in the lead. I mean, when you score efficiently like that, you keep a lot of pressure on the other team.
Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent, an elite two-way player, now a self-described role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, can shoot, drive, and get to the line.
And Paul Pierce has always loved those elbows.
Yeah, and he's such a good ball handler and so crafty in getting to his spots and able to put the defense on its heels. Not overly athletic. You think about Paul Pierce, he's never one to overwhelm you with athleticism, but man, can he play some basketball.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for J.J. Barea. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be elite.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. You know, he says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there.
Washington calls timeout. And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts, and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin, Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Nowitzki inside. Rondo kicks to Nowitzki. And he jams it with authority.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Pierce with a wide open look. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
And Wall kicks to Pierce. From down low. Back to Wall. Carries it from three-point range. Wall's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Dallas calls timeout. To look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Rondo drives in. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
Wall passes to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
They get it back. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Nowitzki.
What a beautiful play inside, using that height advantage to just lay the ball up and in when they really needed a basket.
Back to Wall. The tray. And again, Washington with the triple.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Ellis kicks to Parsons. Passes to Rondo. And Nowitzki with the stop.
Well, don't get too used to that, fellas. I mean, that kind of dunk is not usually part of what he does.
Well, unless the D plays as soft on him as they did right there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with defense like that, anything is possible.
They get a hand on it. And it's Rondo penetrating. And he slams it one-handed.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Okay.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
Washington's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. And the basket by Pierce.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
Ellis kicks to Rondo. Back to Ellis. Shoots the 3. No luck. And it's Washington the other way. And so they foul intentionally. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Stolen by Nene. Scooped up. Got a piece of it. And now they decide to foul intentionally.